DJI is the world's leading manufacturer of consumer video drones, as well as drones for professional applications such as cinematography or surveying land or buildings, and even functions like spraying pesticides. Yet DJI is based in China, and in 2022, the US Department of Defense placed it on a list of so-called Chinese military companies. Well, DJI is now fighting back, actually suing the US Department of Defense, claiming the listing has caused the company financial harm. And in a crazy twist to the story, guess who is the lawyer fighting the case for DJI, and thus, allegedly by extension, the Chinese Communist regime? None other than former Obama administration Attorney General Loretta Lynch. Hey China warriors, welcome to China Insights. My name is Ben Hedges, and on this channel we cover some of the most gripping news and current affairs stories from China. If you like the sound of that, why not subscribe? So if you like watching YouTube, you may have seen some of your favorite bloggers and YouTubers using DJI drones. They basically offer the best balance between price, reliability, and ease of use. But their ability to produce such good drones at such a low price has led to accusations of dumping. DJI suspiciously lowered its prices by almost 70% in the year 2015, making it very hard for other companies to compete. GoPro did try to release a rival, the Karma, a few years back, but that drone had power connectivity issues and many users posted videos of their drones falling out of the sky. The drone was discontinued in 2018. So DJI has basically cornered the market and sells more than half of the commercial drones sold in the US each year. Only problem is, since 2017, US authorities have suspected the company of providing data to the Chinese regime. And as far back as 2015, DJI had been aggressively selling its video drones to companies involved in critical infrastructures in the US, like utilities and law enforcement. DJI also worryingly tried to market its products to Fort Riley Army Base in Kansas, where there are barracks and multiple firing ranges, and the Milan ammunition plant in Tennessee, which is now closed, but back in 2017 featured over 1,000 buildings where ammunition for the army was manufactured and stored. When you combine that with the fact that China's national security laws require individuals and companies to share any data they have with the government, which could include videos shot by drones, audio recordings, flight paths of drones, and anything else they may have, it is very worrying. The Foundation for the Defense of Democracies noted, "It is safe to assume that Chinese companies, whether they are state-owned or not, whether their CEO is a party member or not, or whether they are in the intelligence service or not, are obligated under Chinese law to pass on any and all information they collect to the Chinese government." And thus it's not surprising that later in 2017, the US Army issued a memo banning the use of DJI drones. In 2021, the Department of Defense came out with a statement on DJI systems saying, "Systems produced by Dajiang Innovations, DJI, pose potential threats to national security." In 2022, DJI was then added to the Department of Defense's list of Chinese military companies due to its work providing technology to the People's Liberation Army and security forces in China. A press release from the US Treasury stated, "DJI has provided drones to the Xinjiang Public Security Bureau, which are used to surveil Uyghurs in Xinjiang." The Xinjiang Public Security Bureau was previously designated in July of 2020, pursuant to this executive order, for being a foreign person responsible for or complicit in, or that has directly or indirectly engaged in serious human rights abuse. Then in 2024, the Department of Defense recertified DJI on its Chinese military companies list. And that basically brings us to today, and DJI has now filed a lawsuit suing the Department of Defense, stating that as a result of the designation, DJI has suffered ongoing financial and reputational harm, including lost business, and DJI employees have been stigmatized and harassed. In the lawsuit, DJI attempts to make the case that since they don't manufacture drones that look like this, they are not a military company. And yes, it is true that DJI doesn't manufacture drones that can launch bombs or fire bullets. but the risk of the drones they do manufacture being used to gather footage and information on sensitive US sites like utilities, railroads, ammunition plants, and military bases and send it to the CCP does constitute a military application. And Loretta Lynch, serving as the lawyer for the company, drew criticism from the US Congress. Representative Elise Stefanik said this in a statement: Barack Obama's former Attorney General Loretta Lynch has turned her back on her nation, selling out to our greatest adversary, Communist China, and suing the United States on behalf of the CCP-owned drone company DJI. Not only is her lawsuit full of factual errors, it is also an obvious effort by DJI to distract from CBP's recent halting of DJI imports due to Uyghur slave labor concerns and a futile attempt to disrupt the momentum behind my unanimously passed Countering CCP Drones Act. DJI's time in the United States is rightfully coming to an end, and Loretta Lynch's sham lawsuit is not going to save them. The Countering the CCP Drones Act refers to this bill, which Stefanik authored and passed the House with unanimous bipartisan support. It's currently awaiting a vote in the Senate. So why exactly is Lynch representing DJI? Well, several media outlets did reach out to the law firm she is part of, Paul Weiss, for comment, but didn't get an explanation back. However, it seems she is no stranger to representing questionable organizations. He also served as the lawyer for BlackRock. Now, if DJI wins the case, it could cause other Chinese firms to legally challenge their inclusion on US blacklists. But if they lose, it paves the road for further decoupling of the US and China economies on national security grounds. But one thing is for sure: US YouTubers sorely need an American-made alternative to DJI. I'm looking at you, GoPro, your Karma drone that's so promising back in the day. Or what about you, Elon Musk? You've given us the Optimus robot. Any chances of an Optimus camera drone? All right, guys, that is the video for today. What do you think? Please leave your comments below, and please subscribe to our channel for more China Insights.